All right, functioning on the assumption that we are now live, I am Voro, and I will be running 6 for you guys today. You guys being Corky, Hammerhead, Ryote, and Aisha, not the other nerds that are watching this. So, the job thus far, they were messaged by their fixers. Simple job, doing a pen test for an A Corp that just moved into their building downtown. They will be on their own timeline to hit it, and they have all indicated that they're interested. Some of them might have accidentally replied to the wrong job posting, but they're here and they're gonna do it anyway, so we'll see how that goes. Nerds! Can I get each of you, starting with the one whose name I will call, to introduce your character briefly? Let's start with Aisha.
Hi, I'm Aisha. I'm your friendly neighborhood decker, and I may or may not be a NeoNet fangirl. I
All
also may or
right.
may not actually have work from the past. Don't tell no one, thanks.
You probably shouldn't go blabbing things like that on live television. Uh,
It's okay, it's for TV.
yeah. Just like Ring of Light. Ryote.
I'm Raote. I'm a burnout adept who is knucking futs.
I don't think you need to censor yourself. Burst, correct me if... Actually,
No.
Burst, just turn off the stream if I need to censor myself. Really?
No, I wasn't censoring myself. I just thought to myself it sounded funny, so that's why I did it.
Hammerhead. This one will be fun.
Oh, hello. My name's Hammerhead, I suppose. I mean, at least it's my straight name on account of the skull and the augmentation. So good to meet you. I figure.
He's a straight Sam, if you couldn't guess.
I
And
am
Corky.
a security specialist. I am in fact a bodyguard.
Corky. Corky.
Corky is sorry. The mute button is hard sometimes, and other times it's super hard. Corky is your average run-of-the-mill psionic minotaur. He's, of course, like any other troll type, a very pacifistic, violence last sort of fellow. Another thing you might need to know about him.
Nerds.
Listen, that happened on one of your runs. One run. A singular entity. And then every other run subsequently. He does have this weird little personality quirk that he doesn't understand or know / believe that he is magical. So weird things happen as a consequence of that.
Yeah. This group of dysfunctional people are gonna be the cast tonight. I think that's the word. So we'll go in the opposite order. We'll start with Corky. It is 12:12. You've just sent a long, rambling message displaying your complete technical incompetence to your fixer. To which your fixer replied, "All right, meets at 8 o'clock at this address. Just head on inside. 8 o'clock p.m.
Oh, okay, Ray. Thanks. Could we like, I don't know, meet up sometime ever? Ray?
No. Click.
Ray?
Hammerhead. You will have replied to your fixer with a lovely message.
Bobby, yeah, I'm always up for taking jobs. I mean, I figure if they're gonna pay me to break things, then it isn't really much of a distinction between what I do for free. So, sure.
Of course. The meet will be at 8 o'clock at this address. Don't be late. Let me know if you have any problems.
We'll do. By the way, thank you very much for taking me off the B list. It was terrible being there.
Try to be worth it. Simpson
We'll do.
smiled.
We'll do.
And he'll cut the call and start packing.
All right. Ryote, you will send a lovely message to your fixer about how you're just making smiley faces. And they will say, yes, well, you're in. 8 o'clock tonight at this address.
Okay.
Don't muck it up.
I'll try.
Click. And Aisha, you will send the great and informative message of I'm in to your fixer, who will reply, letting you know that you are in, and that the meet is at this location, sending, of course, a packet at 8 o'clock tonight. Now, I did notice that you have 2 things on your sheet here. Your fixer is 4-4. I assume you did a loyalty run to bump that?
Just happened during the course of play.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure. With that, Aisha, is there anything you would like to do before the meet?
I'll look up the place and figure out what I wear. And
Uh,
I'll probably get there like an hour early.
Well, in this case, the place is a street corner.
I'm gonna get there an hour early and make sure I'm packing heat. This sounds shady, but all right, I'll be there.
All right. What kind of heat are you packing? This street corner happens to be downtown.
My totally legal Aries Predator 5.
Totally legal Aries Predator 5. And where do you live?
Bellevue.
All right. Let me bring up a lovely map of the area. Shadowrun Seattle map. The sort of thing that I should have memorized at this point, but I don't.
And I'll be riding over there in my Suzuki Mirage with the Morphin license plate and the spoof chips. Just
All
broadcast
right.
extraterritoriality the whole way.
Before we get to that, Ryote,
Yes.
you're used to this procedure. What are you doing before the meet?
Well, because I'm a little bit famous in law enforcement circles at the moment, I need to roll up a disguise.
Is famous the right word?
I think
famous,
wanted is more.
infamous.
This isn't the
601,
Three
half dozen
Amigos.
of the other.
They are not the same word. They are not synonymous.
Famous, infamous. It's the same thing, kind of. Well known. How's that?
Desirable.
You know, famous is just famous, but then infamous is like super famous.
It's like famous, but you're also in, which makes it better.
Exactly.
So what are you going to do as a result of your wanted status?
I need to
You gonna
put
shoot up
the
another
disguise together.
All right, do you have a disguise kit?
I do.
Then you are free to make me a disguise plus logic test. Extended. All right. Would you like to continue?
Yep. One more.
All right, you have +1 to your disguise plus intuition test. All right, you have a 2-hit disguise. I congratulate you on your aptitude. It looks almost like you dressed up for a party.
Just gotta be a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you're gonna get looked at a KE checkpoint or anything. Hammerhead, what are you doing before the meet?
He's probably just gonna like kind of go head to his car, pack up his legal guns. Nothing illegal for now. You know,
Okay.
you can always bring those later. And just kind of probably drive there about 30 minutes early because it is apparently a street corner. Although, if you want me to roll a check to figure that out, I will roll that.
If you care to look up the location, then you can figure it out.
Yeah, like that's a thing he would have done. So, yeah, he's just gonna pack up his stuff, put it in his car, and kind of drive over there.
Okay.
Sort of look if there's a nearby cafe or bar nearby and hang out there until the
will-
proposed time.
We will get to that. Ryode, when are you going to try to show up?
5 minutes early.
All right. And Corky, what are you going to do before the meet?
Rub myself in a bit of cocoa butter because my skin gets dry.
And how? When are you going to try to be at the meet?
Oh, okay. Well, the first thing that is going to happen is that I will visit my good friend Kairi,
All right.
and I will, of course, bring her a nice bottle of vodka. I suppose a nice bottle of vodka costs somewhere between 100 and 1,000 hamburgers, depending on how many hamburgers you want me to spend.
I mean, what's your lifestyle?
My lifestyle? Oh, Corky is a low-life son of a bitch, if I remember correctly. Let me check here.
You should
Uh,
confirm that. It will affect if you have to pay any hamburgers at all.
Yeah, no, he's just a lowlife. Good for you. Good for you,
All right.
Corky.
Well, if a hamburger is equivalent to a nuyen, you should deduct currency worth 120 nuyen, or 125 hamburgers, whichever, from your
Wait,
character
100,
sheet.
120 or 125? I'm getting mixed signals here.
120.
Okay. All right. Fun fact, if you look in Run Faster, they give you things worth 1 nuyen, and one of them is a hamburger.
Really?
Mhm.
I thought it was 5. I guess I am wrong.
A
Like,
good hamburger
I think
is
it-
5.
A what is worth 5?
A good hamburger is probably worth 5.
Ah.
I didn't
Right.
say it was... Yeah, I didn't say it tasted like a hamburger. I just said they called it a hamburger.
All right. And what are you doing at your good friend Kairi's?
Well, I mean, she doesn't call me friend. I call her friend. And I will be getting a face mask. All
Well, you are free to chuck those dice.
right. Here we go. Boom.
Congratulations, you now have a 6-hit disguise. Unfortunately for you, you still look like a minotaur.
That is racist.
That is factual. And what time are you going to try to get to the meet? Or is there anything else you would like to do before the meet?
He would get there 15 minutes prior.
All right.
Uh,
So, I believe it was Aisha who was getting there an hour early.
Yes.
Where are you coming from and how are you getting there?
Bellevue via Suzuki Mirage.
All right. Are you driving it yourself today?
Yes.
All right. Do you have a driver's license on your
Yes.
fake sin? And what
I do.
rating?
Rating for fake sin. I also got a Morphin license plate and spoof chips.
Okay.
I will try to
Those-
zoom past all checkpoints, blaring extraterritoriality neonet.
That's not something I'm gonna allow at my table without a rule citation. If you would like, you can take 2 minutes to try to find one that would indicate that KE will just let you go through their checkpoints without
I'm not going to look that hard for it, so run the
Okay.
same.
In that case, give me an etiquette check.
Hold on a second. Does corporate spec count?
Corporate spec can count since you are broadcasting NeoNet.
Oops, I accidentally X out the chat. Hold on.
That is a problem.
It makes it hard to chuck dice.
Yeah, it's like I
Does.
was trying to click over the tab and I clicked off a little bit too hard to the right. I'm like, fuck.
All right, you are fine. You are able to get to the meet location an hour early. Actually, give me a driving test. Don't crit glitch. Because you are driving yourself after all. All right, yeah, you get to the meet an hour early. There is quite a lot of traffic here. It's a downtown street corner. One of the corners has a soy bucks on the bottom floor of an office building. The other three corners are populated by office buildings. What are you going to do with your Mirage?
Park it somewhere appropriate. Lock it up and go to the soy bucks and just keep an eye on that corner while I enjoy some soy calf. And just see who comes around over the next hour before I show my face.
All right. What is your lifestyle?
Hi.
Hi. You are in fact able to afford the parking for downtown Seattle without it being any notable inconvenience. Now, I believe someone said that they were going to show up 30 minutes early, correct?
Yeah, Hammerhead's just gonna show up early.
All right. Where's Hammerhead coming from?
Oh, he comes from the downtown area, specific near the metro. I
All
don't
right.
know exactly where that is, but I've always imagined it's central downtown, kind of near the center of the city.
You're not going to have to go far. So, what rating sin are you broadcasting?
Rating 5.
All right. And how are you getting there?
He has a car, a Shinhyung. He'll drive in that.
All right. Give me an etiquette check, because you're driving while orc.
Aw. But I'm one of the good ones.
Uh-huh. And how do they know that until they pull you over and beat the shit out of you?
I mean, how do they know he's orc?
They'll see all the wear and probably not do that.
I mean,
Because I'm one of the good ones.
unless of course we're running by the run DMC method of tinted windows don't mean nothing. They don't know who's inside. I'm confused why they're pulling him over.
My sim would probably state that I'm an orc.
Yeah. Because otherwise it's probably not a rating 5 sin. Just saying.
Yeah. Like, your biometrics would probably include, species, humanus, robustus, or whatever.
Yeah.
I could imagine they'd have ways of telling.
I mean, that would be the main one that comes to mind.
We have ways of making you orc.
Yeah.
Yep.
And are you driving it yourself?
Yeah.
Do you have a license for that?
Oh, geez. Do I have a license for driving it myself? There's different rules at different tables, but yes, I do. Yes, I do. I was thorough as hell.
All right. And are you leaving grid guide on?
Well,
not driving mode, but like the connection.
Until he goes to the meet, yeah, he'd have it on. Once he's at the meet, he'd probably switch it off.
I mean, presumably once you're there, you're not still driving around, so...
Yeah, grid guide's on. Like, no reason to not have it on.
Don't want to arouse suspicion by driving a nice new Shinhyung with no grid guide.
Well, it's just like the way I figure it, and the way the character by extension probably figures it, is if they could catch him via grid guide, they would have already done it.
Oh yeah, no, they're not gonna, It's something that having it off when you're not doing criminal things is what'll screw you.
Yeah, which he's not doing criminal things. He's just going to a parking lot in the
I
middle
mean,
of nowhere
He
to
is.
meet with
He
someone
is.
for criminal things.
Actually, it's right downtown. It's during an active place in downtown.
Oh.
And you know, you have high lifestyle, correct?
He has medium.
All right. Are you going to try to park your car, or are you going to let it drive itself home, or drive in
Oh,
circles?
he'll park the car.
All right. Parking is a bitch in Seattle. So, yeah. 40 new yen.
Well, here's the question I have for you.
Yes?
Is there a jackrabbit nearby?
Yes?
Can I get out of my car, go up to that jackrabbit, push it out of its parking space, and then park there?
Give me a lot. Default on intuition for me and don't glitch.
Okay.
You're not the first person to have thought of that. And cars probably have measures against that.
Darn it, I guess I gotta pay the 40 million. It was
I
worth
mean,
a
you said
thought.
probably.
I
Hold
mean,
on,
it
hold on, you
works
said
in the
probably.
Barrens.
It does
Guys,
work
guys.
in the Barrens.
Guys, I feel like we're all missing the fact that it said probably. Come on, Daggy. Come on, Daggy. Come on, Daggy. You know what to do.
No, you're gonna make me do it. You're gonna make me do it, aren't you, Benny?
Come on, Daggy.
I mean,
I
unless
have-
of course Hammerhead isn't the man that I always grew up believing him to be. Then of course,
You know
go
what?
ahead and be a coward.
You know what?
mean-
Like, no. I'll do a dumb thing next. Not this
There's-
time. This is
there
too
is-
early to be doing dumb things.
No,
No, I
there
get it.
is-
I get it. Hammerhead's a coward. I get it. I
Hush,
understand.
hush. Both of
You
you
know,
hush. There is a
Verizon- Horizon
Benny?
pampered him. It's my
Benny.
Go on.
There is a jackrabbit with a pair of elf ears attached to the bumper stickers and a Keebs Rule window sticker.
Okay, he's moving that one out of the way. Damn it. Now it's happening. Do I need a thing for this?
You need to give me a etiquette check.
Just whistle extra loud. Give a
Would
little
you
whistle.
like to edge that, sir? It is threshold 3 for it to be an ordinary thing for you to be pushing a vehicle out of the way casually.
No, I don't want to edge it. I need my edge for later.
Yes. I love you. I love you, Daggy.
God, Dagon. Why? So you push it out of the way, and it doesn't have any alarms that go off or anything like that, but you're getting a lot of strange looks. And you park your car, and what do you do after you park your car next to the parking meter that has been graciously paid for the next 6 hours?
He's gonna set up a little drone next to his car to watch it.
And what
Shit.
kind of drone is that?
It's a Horizon Flying Eye.
Are they restricted?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't think they are. Let's check them.
You should double check that.
They
'Cause
have
I-
flash pack on them.
Flashbacks are restricted, as are
Oh.
smoke grenades.
Well, there's a license for it.
Do you have a license for flashbacks on your current SIN then?
Well, he has a weapons license, right?
I will be generous and say that works, since you're being flagrantly dumb here, and it's hilarious. And we don't really have any standards when it comes to licensing, which is low on the priority list, but I should write up a thing for that at some point.
I like my rules like I like my women. No standards.
This was all Benny's fault, by the way, if my car gets impounded.
I take
And-
all the credit.
And you set up a drone, and it's set there to watch your car and let you know if anything goes wrong. There's no problems with that. You're not computer illiterate. And after that, what do you do?
Well, first off, he's got about 30 minutes to the meet, so he's probably just going to go look for one of the cigars in his back seat that he usually swipes off Winn-Dixie and just start smoking by his car.
Okay.
Hold on, they have Winn-Dixies in fucking Seattle?
No, when Dixie, the troll fixer slash
Ah, okay.
fling of his,
My
that is the
fault.
mother of Bulldog.
I was thinking of a grocery store. I'm like, yeah, they have those up north.
Nope. All right. Aisha, you notice a heavily cybered orc. Do you have any kind of shadow community, or would you like to default on intuition?
See a heavily cybered orc. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah, but would you like to do what I asked?
I mean, I'll default on intuition since you asked.
There's probably not anything awry that'll happen if you don't get it, but you probably will. Yeah, no, that's Hammerhead. He's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me know it's a pretty big deal. I continue sipping my soy bucks.
All right. He's smoking a cigar near his car. Not much. Maybe he's on the same job as you.
Maybe. Anyway, I keep sipping my soy bucks.
And
Let's see who else shows up.
about 3 minutes later, a KE officer, a foot patrol, walks up to you, Hammerhead, and says, "Sir, and what is the name on your fake SIN?"
The name on the fake SIN is Grant Smith.
Mr. Smith?
Yeah, that's me.
Is that your vehicle there, sir?
Is he referring to the Shin Hyung?
He is. And he's obviously a little wet behind the ears, like he's new at this. This might be his first week or so. The uniform doesn't even quite fit yet, right?
Oh yeah, that's my vehicle.
Sir, I have reports that you moved a jackrabbit out of this parking spot and parked your own vehicle here?
Well, that's a rather long story. You see, that's my friend's car, so I decided to play a joke on him by putting my car there.
Uh-huh. And what's your friend's name?
Jason.
Dagon, can you please roll me a 1d 512? And if the number is 1, let me know.
Or an edge check.
Or a Thresh 3 edge check. Since I feel especially generous.
Okay.
You, baby.
Oh, no. So close.
Do you want to burn edge to smack down your edge test?
No! No!
Hate that edge, man.
I just thought I should ask. Okay. He'll look at you, and then he'll look at the car, and he'll fiddle with something in the eye.
I'll smile widely at him.
Sir, that's not registered to any Jason.
Well, you see, Jason is just what we call him amongst ourselves. You know, like after the Argonaut.
Right. Sir, I'm really not sure how to approach this, but I'm pretty sure you're lying to me. Do I need to get other officers on the scene
Can I
here?
roll con? Can I?
You can roll con, and he will oppose with the appropriate roll.
Okay.
Fast
with the
talk does apply.
There's my con.
Excuse me. Oh, you're shitting me. It's fucking. For this fucking game, man. Right, sir.
Hey, at least you didn't crit glitch there.
Actually, I should look at the social modifiers table.
He probably has bonuses to his roll. For sure.
You truncate 4, but actually you truncate 5, but it doesn't matter because you know.
He didn't get it. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get a single hit. He's like, all right, Mr. Smith, you carry on. You have a nice day. Don't
Yeah,
cause any trouble.
You too, officer. I'll be sure to have myself a great day.
And he looks like he's about to say something else. And he turns and he walks like 6 steps, and he turns around and he says, actually, sir, I do need you to remove your car and put his back. Just, you understand, right?
Oh, no problem at all, officer. I'll do that right now.
And he's gonna go walk over to the jackrabbit and start pushing it back.
He just kind of watches, like, he probably hasn't seen anything like this in real life before, and it's a little much. And once you've moved it back, he'll walk away and leave you alone.
I guess I'm gonna go find a parking spot for 40 Nguyen after all.
The most trouble that a Shadowrunner has ever gone to over 40 Nguyen on ShadowNet.
It wasn't the 40 Nguyen, it was the elf ears that did it.
I thought that might get you.
So as he looks back at the car with the elf ears, he's just gonna kind of look back at it and kind of give it a soft boot where the elf ears are.
How soft of a boot?
Well, damn, he can't dent the car. That'll just escalate. So no, he'll just kind of deal with it and drive away.
Kick the tire lightly and drive away. Okay.
Goddamn knife ears.
You can find a parking spot and head back. Are you gonna stand on the corner and smoke, or are you gonna head inside a soy box, or what? Also, Aisha, you see him have a small conflict with a KE officer.
Well, he's probably just gonna go look for
This
the
is
nearest
the best
soy
reality
box.
TV of all time is what Aisha sings while she sips on her soy box. Though the display is impressive when he pushes the car back. How much time till the meet? Like, let me know when it's 5 minutes before the meet, and I'll step out.
Got it. Right. Hammerhead, I missed what you were going to do.
Oh, he's just gonna go find a soy box and kind of have a coffee.
Aisha! He steps into your soy box and orders a coffee and sits down.
Hey, chum, we're over here.
The ball is in your park, Hammerhead. Someone has beckoned you to their table. Are you there, Hammerhead?
Oh, what's up? I'm sorry.
Someone beckoned you to their
as
table.
soon as you order your coffee and you pick it up, I usually wave like, "Hey, chum, we're over here. Come."
Oh, hello.
Hey, all that thing outside. Pretty impressive.
Oh, well, you know what? I just needed a parking spot.
Yeah. So, I'm Aisha.
Nice to meet you. Are you trying to sell me something?
No,
Okay.
just a fan of your work, that's all.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm just a security specialist.
Yep, I hear ya.
Well, what do you do?
I'm a contractor too.
Oh, well,
Computers mainly.
that's good to hear.
Pays real well.
I'll bet. So, you waiting here for anything?
I'm waiting for the rest of us to show up.
Oh, us. Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to be subtle about it, but I know who you are.
Oh, well, to be fair, you don't really look like, Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that
Nice
as a
to meet you.
compliment. Yeah. So, anything that involves a computer, I could probably handle for you. But let's see who else shows up and what this gig entails. I assume you're here for the same thing I am.
Would stand to reason, corp test, something like that.
Aisha nods. It's the memo I got.
Okie dokie. Well, I figure that'll work for me. We'll just why don't we just sit here and we'll wait for it.
Yeah.
Boy,
Hey,
that was up there and awkward.
Someone just like claimed to know him, but didn't claim what they were.
I'm sorry, I didn't do subtle real good. I apologize.
No, you do subtle good. He just doesn't pick up on it.
Well, she's charisma too, so fair enough.
Corky. How are you getting to the meet?
What up, Dirty? Please. I got myself a qual line hauler. It's built to work tough.
Built to work tough. How tough? Your head picture's tough.
All right.
It's tough enough to have survived zombie attacks, according to one movie.
Okay,
and what rating sin are you using?
Going downtown.
Hey, Voro, it just occurred to me to bug you. Remember this thing you asked me about earlier?
Huh?
Check your Skype, and I pasted you the rule thing. Seems pretty open to interpretation, though. Just for future reference. That's why I try to blaze past a checkpoint, just blaring extraterritoriality without a roll. That and people in OOC kept telling me to get these mods for that exact reason. But hey.
I mean, they're great mods, but that's because it means you can drive away from a crime scene without getting arrested the next day.
Yeah.
Or having to scrap the car. I think the ET rights would just affect how they approach you rather than allowing you to simply drive by, but
Or at least
I
allow you to
agree
phone
with
home.
that as well.
Boom. Got him.
right. Corky, yes, it is downtown.
We'll be waiting downtown. I'll be using Ray Fast One.
What rating is that?
It is an Ares citizenship, rating 5. It's got a driver's license, a firearms license, and a mage license.
Why do you have a mage license? You're not a mage.
Oh, you should see some of the other stuff. One of his has a mage license, a technomancer's license. Like he just grabs ones that Ray tells him to grab. Yeah, he's got all kinds of licenses.
That's great.
So, any more silly questions?
How are you driving a fucking qualine hauler downtown? Right. So how are you going to are you letting it grid guide or are you going to drive it yourself?
Like hell, I'm gonna touch that steering wheel.
All right. And let's see. Where are you coming from?
I am coming from Touristville.
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 Or at least that's the closest. Hold on. That's the Technically, he's not coming from Touristville if he's leaving from his house. That's just usually where he hangs out because his house is kind of kind of shitty. He lives in Sophocles.
Is that also in the Redmond Barrens?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you going to go
That's
through
deeper.
Renton or Snohomish?
Swing. I will be going through. Let's go through Renton.
All right. I need you to make me an etiquette check as you cross into Renton.
Okay. It's cool, guys. It's cool because with my suit, I have 7 dice for this. Boom.
All right. You have no problems going through the Renton checkpoint.
Why would I?
Now give me an etiquette check as you go through the downtown checkpoint.
Downtown, we'll be waiting for you. Boom. Double doses.
Yeah. So you make it downtown. What are you gonna do for parking?
I'm not.
Okay. You gonna let it drive itself around the block?
It's gonna be like Jenny.
I don't know what that is.
Jenny from the block.
No.
Don't be fooled by the rock that it got. It's still just a qualifying hauler running around the block. I'm happy with myself.
I can't imagine why. Aisha and Hammerhead, you see a Qualine Hauler pull up and a Minotaur step out.
That's right. This is the first run with him.
Oh no! Oh shit! Shit.
Hammerhead, give me a visual perception.
I don't think he needs one.
He doesn't want to give it.
Disguised.
He's not looking. He doesn't want to look, but he's looking.
He auto fails. Just so you auto fail.
Nope.
Yeah, no. Corky, do you have any distinctive anything?
Why would I have a distinctive style? I'm just a Minotaur.
So Hammerhead, you can't quite place him. Like, he might be quirky, but you can't, like... The only reason that you think that is because he's a fucking Minotaur, and there's not very many Minotaurs in Seattle.
Actually, if you want to do that, then it's the knowledge check, and it's 10 minus his.
No, you've been on a run together.
Okay. Well, yeah, no.
Remember, I had to bail you out of the back of the truck.
Right. I'm aware
station.
because
This is just flat out recognizing him because you've run before.
No, we'll roll with it. The moment he opens his mouth, he'll find out. Until then,
I was gonna say, like, there are ways of knowing who this dumbass is.
Corky, what are you going to do once you've stepped out of your vehicle?
I mean, where was I supposed to go?
The meet is at this street corner. In 15 minutes.
Then I'll be, I'll be your friendly average corner Minotaur.
You get some hella weird looks. Give me an etiquette check.
I mean, all right. Racists.
Yeah, you're not actually hassled, assuming that wasn't a glitch. Yeah, you are free to wait there until the meet time. Aisha and Hammerhead, there's a Minotaur waiting on the corner where you're supposed to meet people.
Holding a duffel bag.
Holding a duffel bag.
Aisha's wearing her shades. Like, that's definitely one of us.
Hammerhead's gonna kind of walk up to him, just sort of get up, kind of brush non-existent crumbs off his suit, and walk towards him.
That's a nice car you got there.
Yes, it is the nice car that I have there.
Yep, it's Corky.
It's Corky. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, shit.
Are you okay? Or are you? I think this man might need help. What's wrong? What's going on? Is your heartbeat okay? And
Aisha will
start
give it
checking
like
his
2
pulse.
minutes and then go join him outside.
Are you going under cardiac arrest? Are you choking? Give me the sign if you are choking, and he'll give the sign for I am choking. I'm not choking. I'm showing you what that means.
I'm doing fine.
This man is having a stroke. Everyone back. Everyone clear the area. He's having a stroke.
You want to get the
Sir,
get
you're
off
gonna
me.
be fine.
Get
You're gonna
off
be
me.
fine.
Big lunk. Ugh.
Aisha shakes her head when she walks out to see this happening. Like, what the fuck?
He's just gonna kind of stand there awkwardly.
How are you feeling now?
I believe the term they might use for it is well, I don't know the term for it. I don't know.
It's okay. Memory loss is common with stroke victims.
Are you serious right now? This is how you should say it. She finally starts walking up.
Ma'am, strokes are always serious.
Just laugh at you. Keep laughing.
Well, I don't think I've ever had a stroke before. I mean, I've had some rather severe drinking and head trauma and of many sorts, but never a stroke. I figure.
Now, from one ear, if you had a stroke, you'd know it.
So, Rayote, how are you getting to the meet?
Well, I'm gonna actually put on my fancy new suit and ride my bike.
All right. What rating center are you using?
4.
All right. Where do you live?
Renton.
All right. Give me a. Well, are you driving it yourself?
Yes, and I have a driver's license.
No, you know me too well, Bay. Give me an etiquette check as you go through the checkpoint into downtown. Wow, 8 dice on something social from Rayote.
Blame Dagon for that.
I mean, not really. Going on from there, you get downtown, and you see Hammerhead. And have you been on a run with Corky before?
No, I've been on a run with Hammerhead, and I was on an abortive attempt to do a run with Aisha.
Would you recognize Aisha?
I think so. She made a pretty good impression.
All right.
Was this the one that I walked down on because the
Yep.
John was SK?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Additionally, going by Raw, I think you would be able to recognize both Hammerhead and Corky.
What's Corky's street cred?
20.
I mean, Aisha
20.
has 3 street cred, notoriety, and public awareness. I don't know how that all works out for
Yeah. So you have to get a
Functionally-
-10.
Yes, but he has to see through your disguise first. So Rayote, give me a visual perception.
Nope.
Nope. And a Minotaur holding a duffel bag, all standing on a street corner.
What?
How
I'm
are
just
you gonna park? Are you gonna park?
Not really. I'm just going to pull my bike up next to everybody and sit on it. Kind of nod to Hammerhead.
Give me an etiquette check as you disrupt the flow of traffic.
I'm going to pull off onto the side so I'm not disrupting traffic, but...
Okay, give me an etiquette check as you try not to get ticketed for being in a parking lane. Okay. You're not going to get bothered for the moment. And they were talking, and now you are there. Those of you who can recognize Ryote, which is every one of you who cares to. Actually, no,
Technically
you need to make a visual perception check if you would like to try to recognize Ryote. Ryote, do you have a distinctive style?
Nope.
All right. Oh, while I'm at it, you got 2 hits on your disguise, right?
Yep.
Would you like to edge that, like, now?
Me?
Yes. I haven't rolled the opposed yet, but...
What did I miss when I blopped out for just a moment? Why is Ryote, which, by the way, sounds like a really delicious Spanish appetizer. Hashtag cultural insensitivity.
Risotto.
I mean, I guess I will.
That's not unimpressive. So this is the aggregate of all of the various beat cops that are able to get a bead on you.
Oh, wonderful.
But they will not spot you. But yeah, no, you're downtown in a disguise that you made yourself. You're not very good at disguising yourself, and you're disguised downtown. You're not being bothered right now, but this might be a bad idea for someone with wanted and a $25,000 or $25,000 bounty on their head. Is that dead or alive?
Probably either. I don't know. Torque never specified.
The answer is yes. So we're making perception checks?
What? No, I mean, if you want to see and recognize Ryota, you need to make perception checks.
I rolled the perception check and I got 5 hits. Do I see through his disguise?
You know, there's something you just can't quite place.
I got 6 hits.
Okay.
Then you can see that it is in fact Ryote.
Okay, guys, all I need to do is get 100% success rate, and I got this. That did not happen.
So did this just make your day worse, or not, Hammerhead?
I don't know. He's just gonna shrug, wait for the Johnson.
Is there any more discussion that you would like to get out of the way before it's time for the J to theoretically arrive?
Oh, I forgot. So in one hand, he's holding a duffel bag. In the other hand, he's holding a plush stuffed bull.
All right.
Too weird for me.
It's a nice little accoutrement you got there.
Oh, thanks. I like to. It makes me feel more comfortable.
Uh-huh. That's I suppose all the finger whackers are a little bit weird.
They're just gonna wait for the Johnson.
All right. At the precise described meet time, a Mitsubishi Night Sky pulls up on the corner in front of you all. A door opens, and it is this color. I don't know how that will affect Corky.
Is it clothing?
No.
Well, then. He's still nervous.
And a door
That's
opens. Come on in, gentlemen.
You first, big guy. You gotta get in there before we do so we can fit.
Yeah, okay. Who's the big guy?
You!
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ, you're like 8 feet tall.
I'm not that big. As he starts to try and angle his way into the vehicle.
kind of following after him, half shoving him in, half just sort of trying to fit in.
You all will manage to fit. It is sized for the runners they hired. Believe it or not.
So it takes up the street.
A good chunk of it, yes. Once you all are all in, the door will shut. And as you all look around, you can throw me visual perception checks.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I forgot about his glasses. He's such a nerd sometimes.
So all the time.
Yes. Love you, Corky. Love you. Oh, Corky, you the best.
Aisha. Well, Hammerhead, something seems to be off before the about the relatively small man that is sitting across from you all. Aisha, this isn't an adult.
I'm being hired by. Wait, how old is the kid?
It looks like 13. He doesn't even have facial hair. Like he's disguised to look like a full adult, but do you have any response to this?
I'm a bit taken aback. For a moment, I've remained silent and wait to hear the kid out.
All right. And in a baritone voice, I've been expecting you. I trust you are Corky, Hammerhead, Ryote, and Aisha, and he points to each of you in turn.
Yeah, that's about right.
And on whose dime are you paying for our services?
I don't think that's relevant unless... as long as it is in fact valid Nuyen, which I assure you it is.
I'm going to offer everyone the DNI.
I'll accept it.
I assumed you all had said it beforehand.
We did the Ronco brand. We said it and forget it.
DNI, the Jay's a fucking kid.
Well, I mean, sometimes the breeders can look humans can look a little bit small, I guess. You know.
All right. I've brought you here today because I have a job. I would like you all to do a penetration test for me.
I mean, if this is a kid, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to agree to this. Like, on a level, like I understand it's already a crime, but like this is a crime that everyone cares about, and I'm not doing this kind of crime. Voro, I'm washing my hands of this. This is not my thing. This is not my thing.
You mean like for a corp, right?
You will be doing a pen test on a corp facility.
I don't care where we do it. This is not okay.
Well, at least it's not a birthday party this time.
Oh, do you have details on the specifics of the facility?
Part of your job as testers will be to figure that out. After all, it's not very much of a pen test if I just give you the details on how to accomplish the job.
An address might be nice.
You will receive an address when the job is accepted. I will need you all. Okay.
Hey, I will not. Jay Spanish?
What?
Is it Jay from Atlas?
No. He's Caucasian.
That's racist.
Right. You all will be incentivized to wear a sim rig while you perform this. You will be free to doctor the footage. You all have a decker for that purpose to avoid any identifying details, but the actual planning and acquisition of information is important to us. Beyond that, we're offering 12K plus 4,000 for suitable sim rig details.
So 12,000 without the sim rig?
12,000 if you simply perform the test and report to us how you. I apologize. I'm back. I'm going to backtrace here. I'm not as eloquent as the J. 12,000 if you simply attempt to acquire the item and, assuming you succeed, return it to us.
So, I guess the other big question is, do you care what condition the security's in?
The security should probably be left alive. And by should probably, I mean, should probably be left alive if you don't want us to be after you and not paying you.
Well, I just wanted to make sure, you know. You say it's a penetration test and then you want us to...
Pull punches.
You are free to use any less than lethal ammunition you desire. And on non-living targets, as long as the building maintains structural stability, any but the most egregious damage will be accepted. If you begin using rocket launchers, then perhaps your pay will be docked. But you should be fine to use flashbangs or even lethal ammo against any drones or cameras. We have moved into a new facility and, want to be sure it is in fact secure. We just don't want any dead people.
Okay.
Our security will, of course, be using less than lethal ammo themselves, so you need not fear any long-lasting repercussions, though if you make a total botch of it, we will simply release you without payment.
Understandable.
Can I roll Shadow Community on this guy? See if I know of him.
Can I
You
roll
can.
Matrix Perception to find his comlink
Two
and
hits.
Matrix search him?
You got nothing on 2 hits on Shadow Community.
Okay.
You can Matrix Perception him. Throw Matrix Perception.
That's Perception using my implanted comlink.
Okay.
This would be search. 3-3, fair enough. It's just me while I'm sitting there, trying to pull something up in the AR.
All right. 3 hits on a Matrix Perception test. Looking for comlinks in this vehicle that don't belong to your team will yield you a Renraku Sensei and a Hermes Icon.
Both belonging to whom? Jay?
You can find out the details on one of those.
Tell me about the Hermes icon.
The icon is registered to one Alfred Winnebago.
Definitely fake as fuck name. Goddamn. Alright. Can I do the Matrix search on Alfred Winnebago?
The Matrix search will not yield anything right away that is meaningfully a person.
Call it. Alright, let's continue with this thing. I'll roll later in a bit.
Are there any other questions you would like to ask through Matrix Perception?
What could I possibly want to know?
I can think of a few things, but I'm not going to tell you what they are because that's your job, not mine.
Could he ask the question, what could I possibly want to know?
Does someone have common sense? Well,
I
then
mean,
no.
I spotted the icons I wanted to see. This has nothing to do with the host.
That is...
You know what? I got one. What's the last Matrix action the Hermes icon performed?
I don't...
That's
edit
the question.
file.
Okay.
But you need to roll another test for that, technically. So, chuck dice, nerd.
It's part of the hits on Matrix Perception.
Except
You used them.
you used them.
How many did I use again?
You used 3 previously. You've used 4, but the last one was the edit file.
No, I'm pretty sure I used 1.
You
Search for comlinks, then looked into the Hermes icon.
you spotted a... No, both of those were running silent, if that wasn't clear.
Okay,
So
so
you
I
spent a
spotted
hit.
2. Oh, okay, so it's 2 hits, a spot hidden. Yeah, why didn't you just say that?
You spent a hit to notice something running silent. You got the icon, or the sensei. Then you spent
Alright,
another...
I'll give you another Matrix Perception. I just want to be cool.
Yep. Sorry, I did not make that clear.
Okay.
You have 4 hits. One of those is last Matrix action performed by the Hermes icon.
I would like to look into the sensei and the last Matrix action performed by the sensei, and then that leaves me with 1 action, right? 1
That
question.
is correct. The owner of the sensei is Orson Flint. And the last Matrix action that it performed was send a message.
Can I get the target .com code from that com link?
No, not without marks.
I don't know. It's a list of questions here from Matrix Perception. That's why I'm asking them.
Really? You can just get the com code by
I'm looking at
the
this
phone?
cheat sheet that they gave GM.
Let me-
files, so.
Let me look that up real quick, just to be sure. It's not that I don't trust you, but I don't trust you.
I don't blame him. Like, apparently I can ask for the com code. Like, I'm going off the cheat sheet. I'm not looking at core.
Matrix Perception.
That's kind of one of the beautiful things about devices, that its com code is nigh worthless, insofar as there are other better ways of getting into something. So having its com code is not an end all be all.
True.
I don't even know what you do with com code. I'm just used to just straight up putting a mark on something and hacking it if I want it.
Exactly. Like you can't access the mainframe with a com.
You can get its commode, not its com code.
That's even better. I'll take it. Like wherever.
But yeah, no, you can get the com code for the
Okay,
sensei.
Cool. And let's just move this on. I don't want to get us caught up doing Decker things. All right.
All right.
I will deny to the group that I got 2 com links and one of them sent a message recently. How recent ago was this message? Like seconds or minutes?
It was like minutes, like dozens of minutes
Okay.
before it picked you up.
Okay. I'll relate it to the team. All right, let's continue on.
Fucking Matrix Perception, man.
I guess. I'll do a matrix search on Orson Flint.
All right. Chuck
With
dice.
3 successes, does that tell me anything?
Are you canceling your first search?
I would cancel my first search because I'm pretty sure my first search is obviously fake ID.
All right. Orson Flint is a member of, or an employee of a night sky rental place.
Okay.
Wait, very important. Is this night with a K or with an N?
No, this is the other cop link is the fucking driver. The limo driver. But I find this out in like what, 30 minutes, right? Or how long?
Seconds.
Oh, then I'm going back to the other guy. Even if it's a fake sin. So
Alright.
hopefully in 30 minutes I'll know something.
Chuck dice again to -1. Sorry, -2, technically. I
Wow.
truncate and you're good. Yeah, no, you're not gonna get anything more.
Okay, I'll have to go do it on my actual deck, not right now.
Alright. You are going to be engaged in well, actually, you have already been engaged in conversation. Do you all have any further questions for him?
None that Ryote would actually ask.
Isn't she borderline uncouth?
Yes, she is, which is why she's keeping her mouth shut.
Isn't she lovely?
No, it'll be fun, guys. Just blurt out whatever comes to mind. Nothing could go wrong.
No, I mean, the questions I can think of are actually pertinent, but she wouldn't ask them, so...
Just let Hammerhead beat a face, it'll be okay.
Alright. Gentlemen, in that case, do you accept the offer?
DNI, I have no problem with this. It's a bit weird being hired by a kid, but...
What again was the offer? I feel kind of confused on that front.
12,000 with a 4,000 Nuyen bonus if you wear a sim rig. He sounds kind of exasperated.
12,000 seems good to me.
I'm more worried. I'm more worried about how fun the job's gonna be than how much we get paid. So yeah, whatever.
I'll take 12,000. I ain't wearing no sim rig again. I got burned by that already.
Again. Wait, are you the Hammerhead?
Do you say that out loud? No. Benny, does Corky say that out loud?
I mean, if he's in the presence of a Tridstar, he might ask if he's the Hammerhead.
Okay, Hammerhead.
No, I'm not the Hammerhead. I'm someone who looks a lot like the Hammerhead.
Give me a con check, nerd.
Yo, what the fuck's happening at your house?
Jesus Christ, Hammerhead! Corky, you were free to roll countercon.
Yeah, no, that's totally gonna happen. That's a thing. It's con plus perception, right?
Nope, it's con plus charisma.
Sorry. No, okay, yeah.
Con plus charisma because reasons.
Default. Boom.
I believe it's con plus intuition if you're detecting a
Nope.
con. Actually, no.
Nope.
Huh.
I mean, my 2/3 ratio versus his 3/4 ratio, he still wins. Damn it! Damn it! Even on ratios, he wins.
Yes, but what is Hammerhead's social limit?
Shit. I think it's 6.
Bearing in mind his clothes and everything.
Yeah, with the suit, it's 6.
I'm gonna guess that I was gonna say it's probably 3 or greater.
Yeah.
You can get. So don't even worry. Don't even worry, boo.
All right. Corky, you have no reason to believe that what he has just said is a falsehood.
The social limit's 5. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an unfortunate, it's unfortunate in some ways and it's good in some other ways, I figure. But mostly it's not.
Have you ever pretended to be the Hammerhead? Because he's a pretty cool guy. Not to undersell you. I'm sure you're okay. I mean, you're really good. Oh God.
No, I'm just me. I'm only Hammerhead. I'm not the Hammerhead.
That's fine. He seemed like a bit of an egomaniac anyway. So, you know.
Right. I suppose he did. Yeah, right.
Like he's one of those guys that, like, you know, if you think about it, he just seems like he's really, like, you can't really get to know that kind of guy. Like, he's just, I don't know, there's something weird about him, you know?
The J
What are you, his
slides a
lover
data
boy?
chip
A lot of people
across
really want to get to know you well, Corp.
Are you sure
the.
the data chip?
Yeah, the J slides a data chip across the table as you all are having this conversation, and sits with his hands clasped in front of him as you all argue.
I will look up the data chip on my MetaLink.
Your MetaLink doesn't need to function wirelessly, but you won't be able to transmit the data. It is noise 1 here, because downtown.
Data jack.
All right.
And or slave to other Metalinks. Metalink Master Race.
I just want to look what's on the data chip.
The address, a timeline, and a comm code with which to reach him. The timeline is simply must have job complete within 1 week, and the details of the target, which is a specific, obviously not the real thing, in this case, cyberdeck prototype.
Okay. Okay, good deal. Call you when it's done.
So,
Did we already move past the point where we can really negotiate for money?
Yeah. Although if you were under misapprehension about that, you can instead negotiate for
No,
money.
because he initially agreed. Generally, like some J's, they have etiquette where you negotiate before you hear the job versus after.
This is one of those cases.
Okay, yeah. So he's getting paid what he's getting paid.
Okay, it's a pretty good payday to me. I like it.
I mean, you said I'm okay with 12,000.
Yeah, so he's okay with it.
All right, I'm gonna pass on what I know to the team by however I have to do that. After we're out of the night sky with Jay.
All right.
And I'm gonna suggest we retire so we meet up somewhere else to talk business and plan this thing out. It'd be probably best to stay in downtown since we're already here. We don't have to worry about checkpoints.
The night sky goes around the block a few times before letting you all out on the same corner you were picked up on. And then
Do any of you guys, everyone came here in their own vehicles, right?
Yep.
Give me a second. Let me think of a place we could like go to in downtown. Let me pull up that source book.
There's always the hole in the wall.
There's always the hole in the wall, but high lifestyle. Kind of want to, enjoy being out in downtown.
Well,
There's
I do know a
always
place
Penumbra.
in downtown.
What do you have in mind?
Place where one of my fixers works, which I canon to be downtown on a run I did, GMing. It's in
All right.
northern downtown.
Well, that's fine. You all can get there. Everyone give me etiquette, don't crit glitch. I love etiquette, by the way.
I was going to suggest going to eat out in Damien's, but okay. We could just talk business there.
works for me, I figure.
Hammy.
Damien's is described as the best all-American family restaurant in Seattle. If you like meat and potatoes, blah, 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 you'll enjoy the menu at this down-home establishment. And the food's all real.
Hammy hams. I need an etiquette check. for
Mostly
wherever you're going.
background, but real.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm coming through, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh.
You didn't crit glitch, you're fine.
Mm.
You get some middle fingers as you drive like a dick.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. Not this place. This one ain't metahuman friendly. Never mind. Never mind, not Damien's. He also apparently burned fucking steak, so fuck that. Whatever, we go somewhere to be determined later.
Like I said, one of my fixers' bars, McRory's Pub, is in northern downtown.
You know what? I like that. Let's go there. Bar food's always good. Good enough, anyway, after a few drinks.
Okay, you arrive there. What kind of place is it?
Irish pub.
Okay. What level? Like low, middle, high?
It's in a C zone, so it's kind of crappy, but not really crappy.
Middle. Got it.
Yeah. The alcohol is better than the food.
Got it. Low food.
Yeah.
Can we get a booth in the back somewhere?
He
Sure,
has a
why
back room we can use.
Okay, Aisha, once we're in the back room, we'll probably go over with a buck scanner real quick.
Ryote's gonna kind of give you an eye and be like, "Hey, I work with this guy."
You work with him. I don't. Do I actually have to roll? Can I just... Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no bugs.
Yeah, I know,
Unless
I just
Ryote
wanted-
says that there are bugs, in which case there are bugs.
No, there aren't.
Okay. And I'm going to be like, okay, we're clean, so... I hand you all the data chip. Like, all right, so here's the address. I pull out my deco. What's the noise rating in this place? In this area, that part of downtown?
What?
What's the noise rating? Because I'm going to do some work for them.
If in a C zone, you got no noise.
Oh, good. Then, what I'm going to do is do a matrix search on the address.
All right. Chuck dice.
Okay, I'm going to go... Sorry, I'm going to go whoop, lip, and do it. Agent, do you want me to just buy hits and assume, like, what is it, like, the agent gives me 4 extra dice to roll for simplify things?
That would be an impressive bind of hits, given
I don't
that,
even... It's a rating 6 agent.
so you would get 3.
Okay,
You can roll it or you can buy hits. I don't care, but you need to.
I'll roll it.
Okay. Buying hits is 1/4.
Got it. Let's find out everything we can find out about the address.
All right.
I'm looking specifically for floor plans, play venues around the building, stuff like that. Get a sense of the area.
All right. Well, so the building currently belongs to the Proteus Consortium, which I will type.
I think I've heard these guys before.
You haven't heard of these guys before?
Not in character, but out of character.
Not out of character. I just made them up.
Oh, good shit. There's something else called Proteus or Poseidon or something in core.
They're
Greek mythology, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a mythological name. It's quite possible there's some Proteus group or something.
So, I mean, could I roll my liberal arts degree knowledge to see what I know about the Greek mythological concept of Proteus?
You can. Do it,
Yes.
nerd.
I should have never, ever started the whole nerd thing at your table.
Unfortunately for you, I was already doing it before
Whatever, nerd. Ha!
because
Got him.
like 6 months ago, I was playing Pendragon and I went and I killed a bunch of peasants. And it was referred to by my GM and a real life friend of his as me dunking a bunch of nerds. And ever since then, it has entered my lexicon. You just concreted it. Corky, you know exactly what 4 hits. Oh, you get. Yep, Proteus is in fact Greek legend. You can look at the Wikipedia article, but you can only read the first section.
Okay.
Right. Aisha, that is all you will get right away. Do you have browse loaded at the moment?
I would have browse loaded. Like, need to clear. All right, actually, let me get this clear. Do you want me to clear everything I use every time I roll it, or do you want me to just assume I use the most optimal configuration because of perfect time?
You can generally assume that you use the most optimal configuration, except like not in combat.
Okay, so non-combat, assume most optimal configuration. In combat, declare everything. Cool. Good thing I have all the programs.
In about 15 minutes, you may or may not get more stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna DNI while I'm passed out. Hey, can you order me like a burger, some fries, and a beer? Just assume that's how. This is how it's gonna look. The slumped over girl in a leather jacket. It's like, hey, she wanted some fries and a burger, and don't mind her. She's a decker. She's playing Matrix games.
I mean, part of me wants to do a weekend at Bernie's thing.
Sure, why not? Why not?
All right.
Just carrying it around.
I mean, I got 3 dice to chuck at performance, so I feel like I can nail this.
Do it.
Yeah, we could just load her onto a dolly and wheel her out and hold up her arm to Nate and say that she wants a beer and a burger and some fries.
She'll probably be pissed if she finds out you did that to her slumped over her body, but I think it's funny. Go ahead.
You fucking nerds. You fucking people.
That's the GM and Shadowrun for a bunch of nerds.
Hey, I never said I wasn't a nerd.
Hey, Nate would probably find it freaking hilarious.
To Nate.
I mean, you know, he is a Jamaican who gets high all the time and works for the Irish mob. You could thank Torque's Table for that.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like so. What are we at the exact moment? We've got the one guy who's ordering a beer and a burger via Slump Space.
Yep. With fries. With waffle fries.
All right. Cause I feel like if that's the plan, we might want to do this crazy thing called, like, splitting up gang and letting you do that at your home, and then we return with all of the information that we have collectively, rather than being at a restaurant.
I mean, we could do that, but I think it's funnier this way.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely available to do some, some physical recon, or my character would be.
Yeah, I could do that.
Hey, I can leave the Matrix search running in AR, right? You have to be jacked in for 15 minutes.
Yeah, but you'll retroactively lose 2 dice.
Okay. How about you truncate 2 dice and go with 5 successes so I can be normal at a restaurant?
Okay.
It's a back room. It's not a big deal.
We'll put you in a box. It'll be fine.
It's a 5 hits versus 6 hits. Doesn't seem like that big a difference.
Except you may or may not have already lost hits due to the other modifiers in play.
Alright, thanks for convincing me to stay in Hot Sim. Appreciate it, bro.
I will remind you of this table on page 241. And let you know that the information is not on another grid.
Okay. Got it.
So I'm throwing this out there. The Decker knocking the initial search out of the park is usually a pretty good thing for the rest of the team. This is coming from a very lazy man, though. So.
Well, I figure while you're doing this, I can go ahead to the address, see what it looks like on the street, what kind of street security they got. I mean, just because this is a penetration test doesn't mean they aren't going to call the cops on us.
That is
That's likely a good idea. And I probably don't need to antagonize KE anymore.
Any more?
Yeah, anymore.
What do you mean anymore? Like,
Oh, nothing.
You don't harass cops, do you?
No.
It's
Do
illegal to do that, right?
They just got a little irate about this thing that happened in a nightclub.
What thing that happened at a
What
nightclub?
happened in a nightclub?
I haven't heard many good things happening in nightclubs. So probably
It's
why my mom
nothing.
tells me to stay away from nightclubs.
It's nothing important.
It sounds pretty important if the cops got involved.
I feel like, are you telling us everything we need to know?
Yeah, sure.
Give me a con check. Also known as me calling you on your bullshit.
Also, I will tell you out of character, if there's a wanted bounty on your head, do you want to tell other runners that?
Hashtag
Love you,
Listen, when I started this run and I made these picks, I did resign myself to the possibility of a full AAR. So
I'm not saying that he'd cash in the bounty, but you're an elf. It's the elf part that does it, so...
like, no, it's something...
Oh, shit.
Hey, you gotta remember, she saved Hammerhead's life.
When was that?
On the submarine.
Oh, that's true, yeah, he wouldn't sell you out then. Yeah, that's totally true, he wouldn't do it then.
You know,
he also wouldn't sell another runner. That is to be fair.
Hammerhead, you know that she is lying. Something is in fact the case that you all should know, and she knows that you should know and don't know, but you don't know what it is because you're not fucking psychic.
So, your ears are twitching a little bit when you say that. Why are your ears twitching a little bit?
Since I actually do know Hammerhead and know that he kind of owes me one, I will deny him the fact that I do have a bounty on my head at the moment.
Oh, well,
just him, not anybody else.
Be careful you don't go telling everyone that, yeah. But,
well, you know me and my mouth.
So he's just going to kind of say loudly,
well, I'm pretty sure that Rioti can just provide security for the Decker while we go do recon for reasons.
And then he's going to get up and kind of grab Corky and start dragging him out the door.
Wait, where are we going? Let's go. I feel like that wasn't really resolved.
We're doing recon.
There's a lot of tension here. I'm confused.
You're gonna go get your fragging truck. I'm gonna jump
really
in,
strong.
and we're doing recon.
Has anyone he's gonna start feeling one of your biceps that's dragging him? Do you work on the regular? What is that's really detailed.
Wow.
Please stop grabbing my arm like that. That makes me uncomfortable.
I'm sorry. Are you in a committed relationship with some other fellow? I get it. No, it's fine.
With some other fella.
Oh, you swing that way. Well, good for you. It's the sixth world after all.
Okay, he's going to shove you towards your car.
Okay. I'm sure I'll feel some of it.
Rather forcefully.
I mean...
But you're also a Minotaur, so you're probably fine.
Yeah.
You're bigger than him. All in all, it's not too effective.
Corky will
It's
also
okay, you
pat
can
you
become
on
the
the
bigger
back.
man on this.
Like, you have, I think, the same physical limit or something.
It's not as impressive as people leave it out to be. It's 8. So.
Oh, well, you still are much bigger than him. So he's just kind of going to shove you along to the qual line hauler if you don't really protest.
Yeah, no, he's going along with it. So, like, if you do push him, he will probably fall over because he's already going the direction that you're asking him to go. And he's very much going to be like a reed bending with the wind.
Yeah, so get in your truck. I'm gonna get in the shotgun seat. You're gonna drive us there. We got the coordinates, and we're gonna look around.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry for falling over there. By the way, I didn't mean to. Like, when you were helping me through the door, I wasn't ready for it. Anyway, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I guess. Maybe. Just drive there, okay?
All right, you all can successfully drive to the location. It is in an A zone downtown.
All except me, right?
And Ryote. By you, I mean Corky and Hammerhead.
Okay, so it's in an A zone. So what kind of... Does it look like there's a cop presence around the place?
There is exactly as much cop presence as you would expect from an A zone.
I don't expect
Does
any.
that say one on any street corner, some in the area, like...
Give me a moment, and I will figure that out for you.
Yeah, so essentially he wants to look around, sort of get a judge a character on the cop presence, and then start observing the building in question itself, that sort of thing, what it kind of looks like, the dimensions of it, how tall it is, if it looks like it has any weapons emplacements or a high security fence or things like that.
All right, the building itself is roughly 14 stories high. It is... it's in an A zone. There are relatively frequent police patrol cruisers, but there isn't like a constant presence like when you're downtown. There are 2 corpsec standing outside the door of the building. There is a soy bucks across the street from them, and other buildings similar to theirs in the surrounding environs. If you want specific details, I am more than happy to, make them up.
No, I think that seems pretty suitable. Like, is there a high security fence around this building, or can you kind of just walk straight into the entrance?
You can walk straight into the entrance from the sidewalk. It goes right up to the sidewalk.
Okay. But we don't have blueprints, so it seems to me what would be very, very critical is blueprints and assessing magical defenses. Because kicking down the front door is probably not the way to do it. Other than that, does it look like there are any other buildings that are close by?
I mean, there are a large number of buildings in the area. It is still downtown. It is still not packed, but busy. There's a building almost immediately adjacent with just a couple meters to the left of it, to the west. And there is a different building not quite adjacent to it to the east that is about 4 meters away.
Okay. So here's my thinking, because dumb ideas are great. Why don't we get like a few gliders or hand gliders or something and just go into one of the other buildings and then jump into that one from there? Fly in.
Because
the other
like
Batman.
The other buildings have security too?
Well, do they have weaker security? Can we grapple hook across or something like that?
You may or may not be able to. Would you like to try to assess their security?
Sure.
Give me a perception check. Now give me a security procedures or other relevant knowledge skill with a limit of 3. Actually, with a linguistic style limit of 3, you can only apply 3 ranks of the knowledge.
I only have combat tactics. It's the closest thing I'm going to get.
You can default on intuition.
Okay. So I don't have any security knowledge.
Or default on logic. But I think you'll want to default on intuition,
Yeah,
like every other character on the net.
I got 1 hit.
Well, they are both secured. That's damn right.
Okay, so probably what he'll do then is just sort of sit in the car with Corky and just kind of watch the street and see if the Decker can come up with anything.
All right.
What does a Decker come up with?
After about 15 minutes, you will find out that the building used to be owned by Sony. It was sold and left vacant for about 3 months. Is there anything else you would like to know about the address? I mean,
don't they have to like have a floor plan or something with the city?
On file with the Seattle DPD, which is not accessible through a matrix search.
I just want to know if it's possible to access it.
You could go into the DPD host.
We'll get back to that later.
All right.
But let's see. What
Or you
was
could
Sony
call a buddy.
using it for?
Sony was using it as office space.
Okay, I'll relay that to the team. I'll offer to make a run if need be on the DPD, or I can call up a certain Amber Swift and see if she could help me on that.
Amber Swift is definitely an option. She could possibly help you. The DPD is the Department of Planning and Development.
Yes, but I want her to be discreet about it.
Of course, she's always discreet.
I know, but
it's literally just knowledge skills too, so there's no actual.
Okay, I'll call up Amber Swift after I jack out and get a sip of my beer.
All right. Yes, Amber Swift here.
Hey, it's Aisha. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Can I help you with something?
I need you to look into a sink for me. I need to get the floor plans for a building from DPD. Do you know anyone there?
Do you have my normal fee?
It's an escrow if you accept.
I think you know that I don't operate on escrow. I will receive the payment, and if I return nothing, then you will get it back.
Out of character, I assume escrow is how everything worked.
Escrow is not how everything works. In fact, if we were doing lower level runs, then your pay would not be assumed to be in escrow.
It would be straight cash.
It would be cash after the job was complete.
Okay, so my fault. The escrow would be the proper term. I'd wire her wire 2K immediately, right?
That is correct, assuming that the fee is in fact 2K, which I'm checking now.
Off the top of my head, it's 2K.
It is 2K, yes.
All right, well then, assume Aisha did that instead of saying something stupid like it's an escrow.
That's totally fine. And you are free to roll her connection times 2 plus loyalty.
And because I paid her 2K up front, her loyalty is 2.
Alright, so you can check your 12 dice. You're free to edge this if you would like.
I think that's sufficient. It's pretty good. That's definitely worth 2K.
Alright. And she lets you know that she will get back to you once she has made the appropriate calls.
In the meantime, could I do a search on RJ? He had a weird name, Winnebago something.
Alfred Winnebago was the name that the Hermes icon was registered to.
I'm going to take 10 minutes to eat and drink. And then I'm like, can you watch out for me for a bit? And I'm going to slump over and do it again.
Did you DNI us what you caught so far?
I did.
Hammerhead will offer to call a lawyer. See about getting legal records for what they have cleared as far as, like, corps need to apply for licenses for their things, usually like licenses for their guns,
All right.
licenses for their tech.
I usually would ask you
blueprints.
if you're familiar with Miss Swift.
He is not, but he wanted to check through Vanna,
Okay.
basically.
Well, I have someone else working on getting us actual floor plans, but that could be a good way to go as well. Send Mr. Van all my regards.
Will do, yep.
And, Voro, if you'd like, I'll call up Vanna.
Of course. Ring, ring. Vanna?
Hello, Mr. Vanna.
Hammerhead. How can I help you today?
Might have some billable work for you.
And what work would that be?
There's a certain corp, they're called, what's her name?
Proteus Consortium.
Proteus Consortium. I'm wondering if you can do the following for me. One, see what kind of permits they've taken out regarding security forces, licenses, the like. And two, if possible, see if you can get me a copy of the floor plans or who would have approved those, or if you can get in there. If you can't, I understand, but basically dig up what you can on that in your capacity, if you would please.
Floor plans will be out of my reach. The searching for licensing is outside of my normal operations, but for 4,000 I should be able to get you a list. It'll take a few hours, though. I'll have to call some friends.
You're balling me up a little bit there. Why don't we make it 2K?
How about we leave it at 4K and you call someone whose job it is to do such things in the future?
Out of character, I am calling someone up whose job it is to do this sort of thing.
I'm fully aware that you are, but you also didn't ask her for this stuff. You asked her for other stuff.
I didn't ask for my licenses, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fine, I'll do it.
Very well. I'll begin once you wire the payment. Nice
He'll
doing
wire
business
it
with
over, grudgingly.
you. I love playing Vanna.
I wonder if 4K will make you want to put on.
He's actually kind of afraid to say no to Vanna is the problem.
Oh no, you could totally say no, and there would be no repercussions as long as you didn't press the issue. That's perfectly business-minded to say no to something like that.
Need to increase his loyalty. God damn it. At any rate, yeah.
I got an out-of-character question. How do you raise up Amber Swift's loyalty usually? I know it requires a run, but like, what sort of stuff should I expect when I ask the GM to do this?
You should expect the GM to have to go through Contact's team, and then Contact's team will let them know. I have no fucking clue for Amber Swift. It'll probably be a data steal of some kind. Is my
That would actually
wild
be pretty
guess.
cool. That'd actually be pretty fun.
I don't know exactly, but you know.
All right, I appreciate it. Let's get back on with it, I guess.
Browse will give you half time on matrix searches, but there's nothing that gives plus dice. Very few programs give plus dice.
Okay, so 7 hits I keep.
All right. One moment. Right. And if you would like to both wait until one or the other of you hears something, you are free to.
I shall definitely sit tight till she's done doing her work.
All right.
By the way, was the burger any good?
I don't know. Ask Rayote.
Probably not.
Was the burger good? Oh.
Like I said, the alcohol is much better at this place than the food.
Aisha might curse you or something, like, why'd you bring us here? This food sucks, before she goes on there, but that's about it.
Don't come here to eat. I come here to drink.
Yeah, but we're working. You think I want to eat some after meat?
And about 35 minutes after you start your matrix search, you receive a call from Amber Swift.
I pick up. Hey, this is Aisha.
Right. I have found some details. In the future, you might consider contacting someone within the DPD themselves yourself. It might be a little bit cheaper or more accurate. I have a full floor plan of the first floor for you, and can possibly answer some other questions you have. I don't have every floor. They appear to have greased some palms.
Interesting. Would you know what palms were greased and by whom?
Presumably by the corporation, in order to keep some aspect of their building that is breaking code off of the records without a physical inspection, which there's a backlog of several months for, and it requires notification so they could take time to fix any issues. Cut corners,
Understood.
save money. That said, I
Out
will.
of character, I'm trying to think of something to ask her.
That's fine. Take your
Did
time.
I give her a call back with the questions, or I have to do this now?
You could send her a message and wait for her reply.
That would be fine. I'd like to work that way.
Very well. Whoops.
What Aisha will want to do is continue her matrix search. She'll pass on what she knows via DNI to the group. And
Yep.
I could probably ask her some stuff, but nothing came to mind when she told me this. So probably text her later. What do you think? Anything you guys need to know in particular? I got the first floor plan. First and second floor?
Just the
If
first.
If
Just
you
the
got
first.
how much security is there? Staff on site? Where
Also-
they keep what we need to steal?
Also, might ask what kind of physical security installations they have, because that would be related to the floor plans, like MAD scanners, etc., etc.
Okay, I'm going to type what I'm texting to her in the chat.
All right. You will receive a text back stating they do possess MAD scanners. They do not have olfactory sniffers. They do have SIN scanners. There aren't any work orders out that she is aware of. Knight errant. It's not a particularly high grade security contract. It does include wards and mage response in presence of magic.
All right, so I relay that to the group, and what else? What else? What else? We got basic security idea. If you any of you guys got that one dude that shuts off power to a building as a contact?
Picardo Frisca?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Nope.
Nope.
I don't think that would necessarily be a great idea to do, though. The problem is most buildings will have backup generators, or they'll have immediate responses to that sort of thing happening.
Yeah, it was a thought. I didn't know if it was a good one.
Except it makes it seem like a normal blackout.
That is true. That might be worth it.
Is there anything else y'all want to know? Because I mean, if we're gonna block out the power, we're all gonna chip in on that. That's not a problem. But
Yeah.
I just want to know if the option was there. That's all.
I don't have the contact.
We point discussing it. What else do we want to know from Ms. Swift that you think she could answer? Y'all wanted to know about match scanners. It occurred to me about the security contract.
Well, a little bit out of character just because Hammerhead is not this eloquent or really thinks about stuff this much. But basically, it seems like there's kind of two ways you can hit a corp building. You can do it like quietly, where like you put on uniforms and you try to look like you're one of them. Get in there, kind of like do it that way. Well, three ways technically. You can do it that way. You can do it where you just play it really stealthy and you're never seen. Or you can just break down the door, shoot people, and steal it that way.
I just texted her about custodial services. I just saw them with janitors.
The kind of setup we have for a team, the third option might be the most viable. I'm completely serious.
No,
What's
I
the
know.
third option?
Just kick down the door and shoot our way to it. The big thing is that knowing which door to kick down and where to start. Don't just kick down the front entrance. Have a closer way to your objective. It's like basically mohawking it. Mohawking it is, in my opinion, very viable. You just have to plan how you're going to mohawk it.
Custodial services are in-house. I'm sorry, you were working on a matrix search at the moment. What was that?
I'm working on the Jays, what I believe to be the Jays com. Like, whoever's the owner of the Hermes icon, Winnebago something, I was doing a detailed search on him.
All right. And you got up to that level in the previous one. Okay. Right.
Do they also, another question for Ms. Swift is maintenance personnel. Do they handle that in-house or do they subcontract?
Also in-house, same as custodial.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Ms. Swift.
Mm-hmm.
Assume I sent out a text. Okay, so I guess we're getting out of her. I could run the DPD host to get you the full floor plans, but there's no guarantee that they're even in there.
I'm not saying that running the DPD host is a bad idea, but running the DPD host is a bad idea.
I'm pretty sure it would be because it'd be at least rating 6. Right? And Dagan knows my. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
I remember that.
It's gonna be 8.
It's gonna be 8?
Yeah.
It's just the city, man. Come on.
Low-level government.
Yep, that is
local government.
Anyway, yeah. So we're
I'm not running a rating 8 horse.
The big thing is, we were hired to steal a deck, if I recall.
That is correct.
We want to know where the deck is being kept.
That is.
Where the deck is being kept, then we can simply hit that floor immediately rather than, kicking down the door and scrambling to figure it out. So we need a method to figure out where the deck is. That should be our next step, I think.
Yeah, that should be our next step. While I'm doing matrix things, could I run over to their host and try to figure out what rating it is and what it's set up like?
You can't do that while you're working on the matrix search, but you can abandon the matrix.
After the fact.
You can do that.
All right, let me know when the matrix search is up, and then I will try and do some legwork on run out of matrix attributes of the host of the building and nearby security.
All right.
That actually, come to think, would probably give us a better picture of what security devices are there if I take like a day to just look at everything connected, and all the icons around that building. What do you think, Dagan?
You mean kind of just getting in their host early?
No, I mean I could